How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. In all the years me and Ade's done Box Talk, we've arranged to film on this day, that day, whenever. Ade called me about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I said that, alright then cool, meet you to my house. He got my house in about 5 minutes. It's about 2 mile drive?
Yeah.
2.5 mile drive?
Yeah.
Got my house in 5 minutes. I was in shock.
Yeah.
I was still changing my clothes from work.
Police are looking for me as we speak.
Yeah.
I broke speeding restrictions, boy.
Let's go straight into it. No BS. The facts are, Amir Khan is going to be fighting Canelo Alvarez on the 7th of May for the undisputed middleweight title of the world.
It doesn't even sound right.
Now,
it doesn't even sound right.
Before we even start about this year, there's something that we said on Box Talk about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Amir Khan seems to hold all the cards,
yeah,
and he always pulls out the joker.
Yep.
Yeah. And yes, he did fail with the Mayweather fight.
Yes.
Yes, he did fail with the Pacquiao fight.
Yes.
But collectively, his resume speaks for itself.
Yes.
Kell Brook,
yeah,
unlucky mate. Garcia, unlucky mate.
Honestly.
Furman, Broner, Porter, everyone, unlucky mate. Amir Khan had just scooped a massive fight,
yeah,
on pay-per-view,
yeah,
on Mexican Independence Day weekend. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. I'm not sure if, and I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but I haven't been to the States. I'm not sure if people appreciate how big Mexican weekend is in America. It's massive.
I mean, now if you like the fight, if you don't like the fight, if you think it's good or bad for boxing, it makes no difference right now. The fight is on.
Yeah.
Let's quickly look at what's actually happened at day.
Well, let's first just rewind. Amir Khan, like Ryan said, had a joker in a pack. But this isn't like your normal joker. This isn't like, almost to conclude the game. This is the biggest FU to Kell Brook and Eddie Hearn I've seen in a long time.
No one knew this fight was coming. No one suspected. No one. It weren't even on the radar. Like,
yeah, I think I said a couple weeks ago where I think Golden Boy said they offered it to him, but it was almost like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke, and they, they're gonna find somewhere else from a guy between 160 who's a bum or a 154 guy who's maybe off a couple of losses. Amir Khan was offered. Eddie Hearn was offered 80-20. He should have took it. He should have took it. I'm sorry. No. It's done. 80-20 now. Look, you can't look. Hypothetically, I don't think it will happen. If Khan gets on his jab and outboxes Canelo and wins, then all negotiations for Kell Brook are done. Okay. It's a done fight. It's not happening.
Okay. I don't want to go to this level right now, but Amir Khan win this fight is not at the realm of a possibility.
No.
I'll tell you why in a second. But winning this fight is not particularly good for Amir Khan either way. Because it's going to get the same scenario we had with the Cotto and same thing with scenario where no one's going to fight the other. They're not going to fight the other legit 160s out there.
Amir Khan, unfortunately though, and I think we spoke about it, it has become those now.
Yeah.
He's become the Cotto and the Canelo and the Mayweather because of the boxing landscape in terms of the marquee fights. He's the one that can dictate.
A couple's dropped off and he's jumped up more.
He jumped up more, big time.
Alright. The reason why Amir Khan took this fight is one reason only. Not just for the middleweight, not just for the middleweight title, not just for the scalp. He watched Lara Canelo, and he said, "Guess what? I'm as fast as Lara. I'm as quick as Lara. Because it's different. Fast and quick's different."
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
You know what I mean?
100%,
Yeah. Wait a minute. I could box on the back foot. I could make Canelo look bad, possibly, as long as I don't get tagged. Seriously.
So it's a big as long.
That's what he's thinking. Seriously, because he's looking at our fight saying, "Look, all these other guys like Kirkland stand in front, let's trade."
Yep. And Gulo.
Yeah. Khan's best performances, what he gets accolades for, is the stick and move style that he done with Collazo.
Yeah.
Who's
a 154 fighter.
Yeah. The stick and move style that he done with Devin Alexander.
Yeah.
The stick and move styles that got him 2 world titles. What he's thinking.
Yes. How rushed does this decision come though? I mean, we saw a press release from Amir Khan's dad last week.
Yeah.
And said we're going to announce a fight for March.
Yeah.
So is it because this wasn't even their plans then?
So let me say this. Yeah. This is what I said. This is what I've been saying as well. I've been saying a lot of this recently in Box Talk. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah. While you're looking at this, the real magic's going over here. It's that old Paul Daniels trick. You know what I mean?
Is Khan still Al Heyman?
That's a question mark right now.
Yeah, because
that is a question mark.
I mean, he seems to be.
Remember, Al Heyman
is a manager.
No. Tell you, Al Haymon's contract different. Sometimes he's an advisor.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's the manager. Sometimes he's whatever. He's always got these different type of titles. Know what I mean? With Amir Khan, he was like an accessory to the team. He wasn't part of the team.
Because Eddie Hearn recently spoke to spoke to Fight Hype.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn says, look, negotiations are tough with Amir Khan, but we're in negotiation now with Al Heyman.
Yeah.
He clearly mentioned that.
Don't get me wrong, because I don't know the inner details of it, yeah? But the same way like Framptons with Barry McGuigan and Shane McGuigan, but they have an association with Al Heyman.
Yeah, James DeGale as well.
Amir Khan is similar to that way. He's not actually an Al Heyman. He's an Al Heyman fighter, but Al Heyman doesn't have full scope and everything. Let's look at this fight, honestly. Canelo's picked a good fighter, but for a fight to defend his middleweight title, this is a huge event. It's not really the fight that's best out there for him, is it?
Oh no, in terms of an embarrassment, I tweeted this just before I got here. I said, look, Amir Khan takes a lot of props for this.
Yeah.
Canelo, I'm embarrassed for you.
Yes.
You've picked a guy that's already had a couple of fights at 147. Amir Khan, we've seen him can make 140. It's a tough stretch, but he can make 140. I said 135, probably not, but 140 definitely. Canelo's a 160 fight, there's no two ways to doubt it. Amir Khan then is realistically jumping 3 weight classes. I think he can make 140 to fight Canelo. That's embarrassing for Canelo when all the other guys at 160, 154 are thinking, how on earth has this happened? The Demetrius Andrade's out there, the Charlo's out there. I'm thinking, what?
As much as it's a big fight, and I can't wait to watch it, or can't wait to see all the build up and everything. Yeah, I can imagine that Golden Boy's going to try to take his day off Mayweather because it was their day originally from Jessica De La Hoya.
Yeah.
So I can imagine they're going to make a huge event for it. In terms of for the middleweight division, I don't think it's terrible, though. And I'm looking at it thinking, guess what? Like I said, if Canelo wins, he's still ain't fought a middleweight, and still avoiding picking a smaller guy and avoiding it.
Yeah.
If Amir Khan won, Amir Khan's not gonna fight a legit middleweight. Yeah, he'll have the belt, then take it and go back down, which again leaves the division in limbo. I don't mind.
I think Amir Khan will do the 155 thing.
Possibly.
He'll do that. Amir Khan will do that.
But it's still the same thing with Cotto, and I'm not supporting it.
Agreed.
I'm not supporting Cotto, I'm not supporting Amir Khan in it. The thing about with boxing, and like I said, you gotta be fair to boxing. I could understand or agree with poor matchmaking or bad matchmaking to build to somewhere along the line. I.e., you're building somewhere to get somewhere.
Yeah.
When you got 3 fighters that potentially could hold the lineal title, i.e. Cotto, i.e. Canelo, and i.e. Amir Khan, and now they want to fight middleweights, that just destroys the division.
Okay, if I ask you this question though, right now, if I was to offer you, as a fan, not just a boxing guy, but as a casual fan, which is what they're trying to bring in, if you were to watch this or this, if someone was to offer you Canelo to watch versus Billy Joe Saunders, the Canelo versus Amir Khan, which one would you watch?
Amir Khan.
So that's
I understand.
There's that argument in there as well.
I understand.
Yeah.
In terms as the casual fan, the name, the people that don't follow boxing, people that follow names, people say who's the champion when they go Tyson.
Yeah.
People that just don't know nothing, just follow boxing. That's where Amir Khan comes in, where he's a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the UK
and the US.
Yeah. Billy Joe Saunders, though, what I'm trying to say, will provide a better fight for Canelo than Amir Khan would in terms of stylistic matchup. Because both Amir Khan can't trade with Canelo. He cannot stand.
But stylistically, it's definitely a boxer versus puncher kind of matchup.
Definitely a boxer.
And I don't mind that. You know, Amir Khan. In terms of size, look, Canelo's thick set. Amir Khan's as tall as Canelo.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe just a bit tall. I remember when I see Canelo and Mayweather face to face, and even Canelo Cotto, I'm thinking Khan's a lot. Khan's 5'9".
Yeah.
I think Canelo's 5'8".
So what another thing as well with Canelo. Canelo's got a mean streak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has to mix it up.
Yeah.
That could play against him.
Yeah.
With Amir Khan, yeah. But like I said, if that mean streak lands,
then
Khan struggles with power at 140.
Yeah.
Struggles with power at 147.
Struggles with power at 135.
He struggles with power. You know what I mean?
What does it say for Kell Brook right now? And what I mean is that the Kell Brook, the Amir Khan fans, like, forget Amir Khan fans in general have been like, Kell Brook, it's a mandatory, I get it, but you're fighting Beezer, Jojo Dan, the Gavin, and Khan has just said, I won't fight those people. What did he say? I think he said I would retire.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later after that, he's got Canelo.
Alright. In terms of Kell Brook, he's lost a big fight, but this fight had no damage on Kell Brook. In terms of Amir Khan's chose another fight which is bigger or equal or whatever you want to call it, but it's not a fight less than his fight. So you can't say Amir Khan's ducking you. You can never say that.
Can't never say Amir Khan's done.
You can't because you got a fight that's at least equal to your fight.
Yeah, and
at
bigger
very
than
least
you.
equal. Yeah,
and
bigger than you.
Yeah.
So you can't say that. But in terms of Amir Khan, in terms of Kell Brook as his career
and star power,
it's saying, wait a minute. Well, Amir Khan ain't got a title. It's still kind of figured like in limbo, but he's still getting the big fights.
Still getting the big names.
You're undefeated.
Yeah.
You've got a world title, and you got Biza now. Yeah. So you're not going unless you get back in the ring. The quickest turnaround time for you to get back in the ring for March is what, maybe
August.
June,
Yeah.
July,
Quickest,
3
yeah.
months.
Okay.
3 months. So within that time, yeah, you need to get someone really, really big to balance this out. Because right now, you have zero power now.
I can't think.
You have zero power.
I can't think of a name unless he gets in the ring with GGG. I can't think of a name that Kell Brook can actually say. Here you go, Amir Khan. Take that.
Kell Brook will have to fight. No,
You have to fight the winner of Furman Porter.
Thank you.
You have to fight the winner of Furman Porter.
Or unify with Garcia. And I'm trying to say, he has to fight something to say it has relevance, value to the division.
As equal in terms of power as well.
It's not now about I've got a contender or I've got a ranked fighter. I need someone that's going to elevate and say, look, I've done something which is achieving more than just winning the title. I'm unifying.
How ballsy is Amir Khan? How ballsy is Amir Khan? Really? Jokes aside, we saw Canelo to Kirkland. Canelo just beat Cotto. Tough fight, he beat Cotto. Canelo even done okay-ish against Mayweather. It wasn't great, but he done okay. It was in a competitive fight. How ballsy is Amir Khan to say, yeah, I'll take that?
So I tell you what, yeah,
I'll take the fight.
There's one thing I like about doing box talk, and I mention this all the time. It's meeting fighters and actually meeting them at press conferences away from actual things. You can see their personality, see what they're actually like.
Yeah.
When we met Amir Khan, before we started filming, Amir Khan was talking in general, saying I'm trying, and people saying, people say I'm ducking, but I'll fight anyone. Do you remember he was talking behind the counter? He was like, but people don't understand that it's a business, and people won't fight you unless you have this and that, whatever, and blah blah blah. But I would generally fight everyone. That was not on camera.
Yeah.
That was not to the press.
That was just
a general conversation with like-minded people, promoters, managers, people just jamming around talking, and you kind of get a feel or understand when people say things. I've seen certain fighters say stuff, and I think you're just chatting rubbish. Don't believe it one bit. No names mentioned, but you know there's a few that I say like this BS. There's a few people like Tyson Fury. When he says something, I'm like, guess what?
I believe
it means that.
I believe it.
You actually there you can see it.
Yeah.
What Amir Khan said that day.
Yeah.
Proves his point right now.
Yeah.
Because what he said was not for the press. It was not for the fans. It was just for a small community of people that was talking in general. I will fight anyone, and you can't diss him. You can't insult him.
I'm so impressed with Amir Khan and his team for making this fight. Yes, people are going to say, look at the weight and all that. I get that, but sometimes I just want to see two guys match up and two big names-ish. And one thing I will say, and what they might put in this is a rehydration clause for Canelo.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Because Canelo's going to walk into the ring at 170. That is gigantic.
So tell you the thing about it, yeah, and like it's the final points that count, and it sounds really picky and silly from me, yeah. If Canelo was the 154 champion,
yeah,
and this fight was taking place at 154,
oh, that's perfect.
And Amir Khan was going up for one weight class,
yeah,
I would prefer the fight better. But that £1 to make it 155 for the middleweight title now kind of hurts the fight. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get you.
In theory, it's the same thing. It's £1, but that £1 has relevance in boxing.
This is such a tough question, but I'm going to put you on the spot regardless because that's what I do. If Amir Khan wins the middleweight title of the world, where is Amir Khan ranked in British boxing history? You know, forget that's the last 20 years.
Last 20 years, not too long ago.
Yeah.
Last 20 years makes it to
We're talking Lewis, Bruno, the kind of ending of Reed of Eubank, Ben, Froch, obviously, Calzaghe, Nassim Hamed. Is he not just in them, but above them if he wins the middleweight title?
He won't be above Lewis. Lewis unified and cleaned up the entire division of middleweights.
Yeah.
Can't touch that. That's hallowed ground.
We're talking jumping 2 weight classes here. Yeah. Think about what we're doing. We're talking jumping 2 weight classes.
Calzaghe unified, beat everyone, cleared the division
went up to light heavy.
Went up to light heavyweight, took on Hopkins, beat Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Froch, you could say, is a fraction behind that in terms of of the past 20 years, you put Amir Khan
in the top 5.
In the top 3.
Top 3.
in the top 3.
So you'll have Lennis, you'll have Lewis, Calzaghe, and then Khan. It's a big shot, guys. Guys, don't go right because I'm just putting them on the spot. And once we think about it a bit more, we could probably have a better understanding. But guys, look at what he's doing here. This is a guy that only 3 fight scores at 140, and he jumped up from 140 and a couple fights at 147, skipped 154, and he's gonna go in the ring against someone that is probably gonna weigh 170.
I said we need big fights this year. We done a video for big fights this year. This is a big fight. No one had this.
No one had this.
May's gonna be special.
Yeah, because May, let's guys, very quickly, I'm going to wrap up the video. May has always been about Mayweather.
Yeah.
So there's never been like, okay, who can fill that void? I'm not going to say this does that, because Mayweather's regardless of big, but in terms of pay-per-view numbers, this could hit that magic 1 million number. And that's
for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
For sure, isn't it? For sure. And, you know what I mean? Khan's got all the cards. It's going to be, how do you negotiate with someone that's just going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys on Cinco de Mayo? Or Cinco de Mexico, sorry, because Mayweather.
Yeah.
How do you even deal with that now on the table?
Yeah.
Can you imagine negotiations now for Kell Brook Khan? How do you even negotiate?
No joke. If Amir Khan wins, there is no negotiations. And me, I don't believe in that in boxing. Yeah. But it'll be so far apart now.
Yeah. We'll be talking about Amir Khan, Chris Eubank Jr. Middleweights. Rob Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Anyway, guys, look, tweet, subscribe, the usual. Quick video, and it's been a long video, but peace.